Good morning, happy Wednesday. Let's jump into our daily devotion. We're going to be in a very familiar text. We're going to be in Philippians 4. I'm going to start with 13 because that's where everybody goes. I'm reading from the Passion Translation. And I find that the strength of Christ's explosive power infuses me to conquer every difficulty. When you read 13, you really have to go back to 11 and 12. Fact is, you really should pull in 10, but we'll jump back to 11 because he says this, I'm not telling you this because I'm in need. In fact, is what he's responding to is that the Philippians he's saying, I am so grateful and thankful that you are financially supporting me, emotionally supporting me, spiritually supporting you, praying for me, you're sending me finances, you're coming to visit me. He's in jail. And he is so thankful for all of the support of the ministry, of his ministry that they've given him. And so he says, I'm not telling you this because I'm in need, for I have learned to be satisfied in any circumstance. I know what it means to lack, and I know what it means to experience overwhelming abundance. For I'm trained in the secret of overcoming all things, whether in fullness or in hunger. And I find that the strength of Christ's explosive power infuses me to conquer every difficulty. So often we look at this text and we really apply it to an achievement, right? That I can achieve something. But Paul's aim was contentment, right? Rather than envisioning all that he could accomplish, his focus was on his heart response to the circumstances, whether favorable or not. How often do we have circumstances around us that are not favorable? And we have to check our heart. And can we weather the circumstance? So here's a couple things to consider. What Paul was really getting at was this, is he was looking at it, he said, I've had much and I've had nothing. I've had plenty and I've been hungry. Both poverty and prosperity come with serious snares. Poverty can leave us bitter, resenting the lack of whatever it is that we want. Keyword want. Prosperity can trigger pride, self-reliance, and complacency. Either way, if we don't see it the way Paul sees it, we're going to be in trouble. Lots of times this applies to athletes. In fact, this is the reason why I even started thinking about this verse. Was I was watching a thing last night, a basketball thing, and I was thinking about how we're not watching any professional sports. There's so much sports that's not happening right now. Sports are a big part of a lot of people's lives. And I think that if Paul could talk to an athlete, I think he would have said it like this. After training my guts out and giving my all on game day, I can live with the results. Regardless of what's at stake, I can play by the rules, win or lose. I can genuinely treat coaches, officials, and fellow competitors with love and respect. I can express gratitude regardless of the outcome, all because of the strength I possess as a follower of Christ. Contentment is not promoting apathy or mediocrity, right? This is no way that this commends half-heartedness, in our daily endeavors. In fact, as 1 Corinthians 10:31 tells us that we give it our all. We give it everything. Paul could have said it this way. I've learned over the years that I can do all things. I can be brought low. I can abound. I can face plenty and hunger, abundance and need, with enduring contentment because of the strength I receive from the sufficiency of Christ. We never lack motivation regardless of how daunting our task may be. Our motivation, however, isn't rooted in the prize of personal achievement, but in the abundance of what Christ has already achieved on our behalf. If anything, Paul's words in Philippians chapter 4, it releases us to give our all. It releases us to give everything that we have, knowing that our all is enough to glorify the one who is most definitely enough for us. Christ is enough for us. He is enough. He is everything that we need, and we can find our strength in him. So today, I just want to encourage you, if you're out and about, or maybe you're at your house, you're doing your stuff, but every single day know that you give it your all, you give everything that you have, and you give it for the glory of the Lord. Be content in that, because you lack nothing. You guys have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.